Hi, I'm Carl and this is my channel Gadgets and Tech. Today I will show you how to compare files and folders in macOS. As an online content creator, I use a lot of external hard drives, memory cards and other places to store media files. And I copy a lot of files between those volumes. To sum it up, there are many situations when you need to compare files and folders in macOS. Maybe you need to be certain that a backup is up to date. Maybe you suspect duplicates and don't want to throw away content that is not duplicates. Or you have made a huge batch process of files and you want to make sure that the batch process didn't skip any files. There are third-party apps for this, but macOS actually have a very useful and powerful tool for this that is built in. Many users are not aware of this. This is a terminal operation, but we will mainly use the graphical interface with the drag and drop in Finder. Many users find the terminal complex and unintuitive. The non-graphical user interface can give a somewhat aged impression, but you can execute many powerful operations from the terminal.
Alright, so here we have a terminal window and two folders that we are going to compare. First of all, we can take a look inside those two folders and see how the content is different. We can see in the first folder we have a file that is called the Killer Whale Bonus, and we also have a file called Blowfish Bonus that is not in the second folder. We also have a subfolder that contains a text document which is called list. And if we open up those text files and look at the actual content, we will see that the lists are different. If we take a look at row 5, there is just a number in the first version, number 22. And in the second version I have a text string, gadgets and tech. So that is the actual content that we are going to analyze using the OS X terminal. In the terminal we write the commando diff, and then we can actually drag and drop those two folders right into the terminal window. Many people don't know that the terminal window supports drag and drop, but this is an easy way to get the file path right. Then we hit enter and see how those two folders are different. And as you can see, there are two sound files that are only in folder 1. You can also see that they both have a common subdirectory. The diff command doesn't go into subdirectories by default, so we can't really see if there are any differences inside those subfolders. If you want to analyze subdirectories too, you have to write diff space -r space, and then once again you can drag and drop those folders to the terminal window. And here we can see that the content in the subdirectories is different. At line 5, the first document have the number 22, and the second document have the text string, gadgets and tech. This information is very detailed, so if you have many folders with lots of content, this list can be very long. So if you only want to know if the files are different or not, but not exactly how, you can write diff-rq. The terminal will now tell you that those files differ, but not in detail how they are different. You can also use the diff command for comparing files. Simply drag and drop two files to the terminal window, and you will see how those files are different. You can of course use the q command if you want a simplified output and just to see whether those files differ or not. And you can use the drag and drop to get the file path even if you don't drop both files at the same time. And in the simplified output we can see that the terminal just states that those files differ.
I hope you find this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like content like this about gadgets and tech and creating media and the workflow for media processing, don't forget to subscribe.